What's going on, campers? Campfacer here. Welcome back to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game video. Today, Gun Interactive made a new post over on the community hub on the txchainsawgame.com website, and we learned some more news about stealth, how stealth is going to play a big factor in this game. In the last video, you guys remember the slaughterhouse, or the slaughter factory, I'll call it. Inside that photo, I showed the poster on the door of the slaughterhouse safety. They had be silent, turn off the lights, and stay in the shadows. Today we learned the core mechanics of how it's going to play out, the survivors and the family.
Campfacer.
Okay, so before I read what Gun had to say from their website about the gameplay a little bit, a lot of people have been worried, is it going to play out like Dead by Daylight? I highly doubt it. After reading this, I was very excited. It sounds very interesting. But you can fight back in some way, shape, or form, you guys. You're going to see, after I read this, kind of what takes place here. In a way, I'm excited because I don't want a copy and paste game like Friday the 13th, and I definitely don't want it to be like Dead by Daylight. So it sounds like we have something new, very exciting and scary as hell. Almost like you're playing in a damn movie on the edge of your seat. So let's read what Gun had to say, and then we'll discuss. There is a distinct sense of cat and mouse in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Moments of tension abruptly ending with a clash of action followed by. If the victim is crafty enough, a return to the relative safety of being on the edge of another clash. Having broken line of sight. Struggling to choke down heavy breaths within a hiding place as a family member lurks in the next room, undoing all you have done to get away. It's a pretty common concept in horror. Build tension and release it, but the uncommon is found in how you build it and how you release it. With the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we know our victims find themselves against all odds, in a situation with little to no resources and seemingly all but done for. Desperation is a key word, as well as an overall tone to the game, and with that, combat is not only unrealistic, it's minimal and frantic. So what fills the gameplay in between your capture and escape or death? Stealth, but not of the variety you might find in a single-player experience. Kelvin Moore, designer of Sumo Nottingham, goes on to say, a key point for us getting the authentic horror gameplay right was the multiplayer stealth mechanics, the biggest of which is visibility. With the single-player games against AI hunters, the rules of visibility are clear. You have vision cones, audio-visual cues when spotted, and clear methods of resetting the hunt. These just didn't transfer fairly to a PvP setup. Hiding in the shadows from other players was something we worked hard on in the earliest of prototypes, ensuring it's fair to both sides without gamey mechanics. They also go on to say, once the team had started to explore the mechanics of stealth, that worked well for the type of environment we were building. The iteration and refinement of these mechanics began, and the true moment-to-moment gameplay of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre became clear. A family set on letting not a single victim free, actively working to reveal the areas of stealth leveraged by the victims. The victims are under-equipped and outmatched, desperately trying to make it to the next room in a chain of movements that will hopefully result in freedom from their nightmare. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Ooh, that sounds a little familiar. Kelvin Moore, director of Nottingham, also goes on to say, quote, a lot of iteration took place during early prototypes to promote stealth as the way to survive. We observed a lot of player behaviors that we wanted to embrace, one of which was hiding in plain sight. Moving in the shadows, keeping still, and holding your nerve as a family member scours the environment is both terrifying and exhilarating. Taking the hiding in shadows a step further, we gave players on both sides the ability to turn on or off specific lights in the environment, dynamically changing hiding opportunities. Entering a dark room and turning on a nearby lamp, you quickly see victims scatter like cockroaches. Of course, we don't want to make things too easy for the family, so the victims have some tricks up their sleeve in these scenarios. They also go on to say this battle between the spider and the fly, the cat and the mouse play out in every match in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And as Kelvin noted, we have even more to show you in terms of how we equip both the family and the victims in their respective roles on both sides of this unique stealth equation. That all will come to light in due time. For now, remember, be silent, turn off the lights, stay in the shadows. Wow, you guys, this sounds like, I wonder how easy it's going to see through the darkness. I mean, is it going to be like they talked about a way to not be heard in the shadows, like hiding around the corner behind an object. It sounds to me like there's going to be some kind of a skill check wheel where while you're hiding and you're trying to be quiet, if you fail the skill check, you might breathe heavy for a split second until you try to get to the next skill check, or maybe you accidentally bump your elbow into something and it makes a noise, or maybe a little ping will go off in the general area that you're in if you fail the skill check. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm guessing in terms of not making noise for the family, the Sawyer family, to hear you. I find it to be hilarious. It's going to be scary as hell if the game is mostly stealth. I mean, they talked about when the lights do come on and the family do see the victims, the victims have some little bit of a way to fight back, I think. But I'm curious what that might be. We're just gonna have to wait and see, you guys. But so far, this sounds like we're getting the actual gameplay definition here. It's mostly stealth. It's gonna be slow. I think a slower paced game. I think it's like they mentioned, trying to get from one room to the next room and then to wherever you have to escape. Maybe you're gonna get outside and go from the house down the driveway, grab something, get back in the house, sneak from one room to the next without creaking across those floorboards, without Leatherface's chainsaw ripping you apart. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but this sounds definitely different in a good way. And you guys, I have to say, Gun Interactive this time around, they know what they're doing. They made their mistakes in the past with Friday the 13th. Have some confidence this time around with them. They have a bigger team. They've been doing a lot more research on the next game that they're working on now. They've been working really hard and a long time on this game so far, so I have high hopes right now that this game is going to be kick-ass. So keep coming back, check my channel, make sure to click notifications to all you guys so you don't miss a video in the future, because here we talk all things Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game, and much more. I appreciate you guys. Anyways, that's it for today. I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And as always, campers, you know what I'm going to say. Stay out